I want to talk about life, pretty much. All right. What's up, guys? It's your girl Kayla back with another video, and today we're doing a mukbang video. I'm so excited because, guys, I have been seeing this trending all over YouTube for the longest time, and today I'm excited to finally be doing it. It is the African food mukbang, trying real African cuisine for the first time ever. This food is from Nigeria, and I'm so excited. Like, I decided to try one of the most popular dishes in Africa, which is the fufu and the iguso soup. Let me make sure I'm pronouncing that right. It is called, so I ordered it from Uber Eats, and it's from Kwagala Concept, and I ordered the agbano soup. I'm sorry, it's called the agbano soup, and I have oat fufu to go with it. So I'm gonna describe to you guys what this actually is. So, okay, got a soup store. Okay, so the agbano soup. So, guys, this is called the agbano soup. It's served with fufu, white, portobello, and oyster mushrooms. You can specify if you want it spicy or mild. I got it mild because I don't really like spicy food. And yes, a Nigerian vegan style soup. And yeah, so that's what I got. And I'm really excited to try it. They say it's similar to like a okra soup, and I love okra. So we're just gonna see what this tastes like. Happy Saturday, by the way. I left work early today because the whole power went out on the entire block of Hollywood Boulevard. Literally, like, the Oscars are happening right now. So I don't know what the Oscars have going on to make the power go out on the entire block, like on Hollywood Boulevard. That's insane. Do you know how much money they're losing right now? Literally, like, you got the Chinese theater there. You have like all the major like tourist attractions right there. So it's like pretty interesting that would happen. I think I need a spoon. They didn't give me a spoon. No. Okay, so I'm excited, guys. This is the fufu right here, and this is the agbano soup. I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't want it to pour. I'll show it to you. So that is the agbano soup. Yeah, let me just go get a spoon really quick. 1 second. Alright, so I went and got a spoon, you guys. Yeah, I'm so excited to try this. Oh my gosh, fufu. Guys, my first time trying fufu. This is so long overdue. But yeah, so yeah, the whole power went out because of the Oscars. So I'm kind of interested to see what's going to happen this year, because last year the whole Will Smith incident happened. Wow, I like the consistency. It's like a doughy. I wish you guys can see it, but I'll show you a little bit. So you just take a little bit like this, and I'm gonna say my grace. Alright, so this is basically an update vlog, guys. I'm just gonna update you guys on what's been going on. But first, let me try this. Let me take the first bite. Here we go. Wow, that's really good. I heard that you're not supposed to chew it or something like that. I think you're supposed to just swallow it. That's what I heard. Let me see. Either way, it tastes good because the fufu is supposed to absorb the soup. Like, so whatever the soup tastes like, the fufu will absorb the spices and all that stuff in it. And this is really good. I'm not even lying. Like, this is really good, guys. Wow. I'm impressed. I'm impressed, guys. Wow. Very good. I like update you guys on what's been going on. So first of all, I did a travel vlog to San Diego for Valentine's Day, and I want to talk about that because I always wanted to go to San Diego for the longest time because of, I used to watch that show The Game with Tia Mowry in it, and I was obsessed with that show, and it was based in San Diego, so I was like, I always want to go there, you know. But the only downfall about that trip was that it was very overcast. Like, they say San Diego is usually very sunny, but when I went, it was some kind of storm happening. It was raining in LA too that day, but it was very overcast and it was like drizzling, so I didn't get a chance to see like sunny San Diego. That's the only thing, but I am still happy that I went. It was a great trip. Like, I loved the energy there. I loved, like, it just felt different, you know. And I really like that. But it was just a nice trip overall. Everyone there was like really nice, and I truly enjoyed myself, honestly. It was a great trip. I just basically just want to travel and go to places I've never been before that I've always wanted to go to, because California is so big, and California is such a beautiful state, guys. Like, just scenery wise, it's just so beautiful. Like, you got Malibu, Santa Monica, Venice Beach, places like Santa Barbara, San Diego, you know, Napa Valley, yeah, San Francisco. I've always wanted to go to the Bay, so I've never been to the Bay before, so like that's on my list as well. So expect more travel vlogs because I definitely want to explore. Traveling is on my list of priorities this year, so I just want to see new places, you know. I wonder what fufu was made out of. Like how do they make fufu? Because this is like a oat fufu. It's made with oats. So I'm not sure if that's like supposed to be like a healthier alternative or something like that. But it's pretty interesting. But yeah, guys, so as you guys can see, I shot my last music video, Self Love, and I shot it at Venice Beach. I think I just ate a mushroom. I could tell I'm gonna be full really fast because this is very filling already. Like, this is a lot of food. Like, this, look how big this soup is, and they filled it up, like, so. And yeah, this is just very filling. But yeah, guys, I had so much fun shooting that music video at Venice Beach. Like, it was such a gorgeous day. It was like the perfect day, perfect weather. You know, shout out to Jonathan and Marcus for helping me shoot it. Like, I appreciate you guys so much. Like, they took time out of their day to help me shoot this video, because I was supposed to shoot that music video with the videographer that shot 6 a.m. but it just didn't work out, you know, because whenever you work with somebody, you're supposed to be on the same page. And in the past, my videographers, like, you know, we built a rapport with each other that they know I'm gonna pay them, whether I pay them half up front or the full thing when I see them, like on set or whatever. whatever arrangement that we have is built on rapport. So originally I was referred to him through a friend when I shot 6 a.m. because I was trying to find like a videographer to work out with out here, because you know all my videographers are in Atlanta. I got referred to from a friend. So basically I DM'd him and I asked him if he could shoot 6 a.m. for me, and he was like, yeah, send me the song. So I sent it to him. He told me he liked it, and then he was like, oh, I actually shoot it for free if you be a video model in my music video. So I said, yeah, that works out, okay. But then it came time to shoot his music video, and the location was really, really far. And because I don't know him like that, I just didn't feel comfortable driving 2 hours away. You know, it's just, I don't like to go too far from LA. Like, LA is like my familiar place, you know. And yeah, I just don't like to venture off, like, if I don't really know people like that. So, nothing personal, but that's just how I am. So, I ended up not being in his video, but he was like, I'll still shoot your music video. So I said, okay, cool. So how much would you charge me? So he told me he told me the price, and I was like, okay, we both agreed on that. So it came time to shoot the music video. We shot the whole music video, and he never mentioned money until he sent me the first edit. And then once he sent me the first edit, I asked him, okay, how much do you want? And I sent it to him right then and there. That was our first payment arrangement, like, and everything was fine. I think I asked him to edit one thing, and then he sent back the final copy, and that was that. Everything was professional. So this go around, I thought we were gonna do the same thing, but no, he wanted the money up front before I even got a chance before we even shot the video. And I'm just like, huh? Like, how does that work? I don't feel comfortable shooting. I don't feel comfortable paying him before we even get to the set. Like, you know, I just didn't. Something didn't feel right about it. And on top of that, he asked me for travel money for gas on the day of the shoot. So I'm like, well, why didn't you mention that before? Like, you're trying to spring that on me on the last minute. So it was just unprofessional. I just didn't feel comfortable, you know, giving him the money like before we got to the set. So I prayed about it, and I was like, well, maybe it's not meant for him to shoot this music video. Maybe it's meant for me to just do it myself, because this is my last one. And I'm a creative. I've been editing videos since I was like 12 years old. So I was like, like, maybe I'll challenge myself and try to like edit this music video on my own, you know? So that my creative gear started like turning. I'm like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to Venice, and we're gonna shoot this music video off my camera, and I'm gonna edit it myself. Like, and I was really excited for it. I'm like, it was meant to happen. So that's what happened. All my lipstick is coming off. But yeah, that's what happened. And all the scenes were already in my head. Like, I already had a concept for it in my head, and we just shot all the scenes that were in my head, and it all came to life. And when it came down to editing, you know, I just played with it. I played with the transitions, I played with the lighting and stuff like that. And I already knew the scenes in order. It's so crazy. Like, God truly gave me this gift of being like a visionary. Like, I can literally see things before they happen. Not like psychic, but just like a visionary. Like I can see my creative pursuits like coming to life. Like, they start in my head, and then they actually come into fruition in reality. And it's just amazing how, like, I'm truly like grateful for that gift, because I just think it's one of the greatest gifts that I have. Like, and yeah, it's just amazing. So everything turned out the way it was supposed to. I think I did a good job editing. Of course, I'm not a videographer, so the lighting wasn't perfect, like especially on the beach. Like, I was a little dark throughout the video, but I mean, it's a reflective theme anyway, so I like that, you know. And that was the concept of the video. It's basically reflecting. Starts out, you know, me being in LA, reflecting on the beach, journaling, you know, all the stuff that I normally do, and, you know, just reflecting about my journey in life. And yeah, it's just, the song basically speaks for itself. It's about accepting your journey you know, accepting the people that have come along on your journey, accepting their time that they were in your life, you know, whether it's for a season or, you know, a reason. You know, everybody that you meet and comes into your life is for a reason, season, or a lifetime. So it's just, you know, I've had a lot of seasonal people come into my life, and I do not regret them because they all taught me valuable lessons, and they've all gave me so much wisdom, you know. And yeah, that's what the song is talking about. It's about loving yourself and accepting everything that happens in your life, and accepting that it all happens for a reason. And it makes you stronger, it makes you wiser, and yeah, you just move forward. You know, that's life. You know, life is full of ups and downs, and you have to learn how to cope with both, you know. And yeah, so self-love is all about awareness, self-awareness, being aware of your weaknesses, your strengths, and trying to strengthen those weaknesses and just become a better person, because none of us are perfect people. You know, we're all gonna continue to struggle in some area of our lives, but as long as we, you know, strive to be better in it, you know, we accept it and we just try to be better. That's all we can hope for, you know. And that's what makes life, like, worth it at the end of the day. Because if everything was perfect in every area of life, like, it would just get boring, right? It's just like, it's always good to just be working on yourself and bettering yourself all the time, you know. So that's what self-love is all about. I've seen a lot of people comment and say that, like, self-love is, like, a lot of people mistake self-love for it being like conceit and like you just loving yourself and being selfish. But that's not what I'm promoting. Like, I'm not promoting selfishness at all. Like, when I say self-love, it's just, you know, having boundaries, you know, setting boundaries, learning how to set boundaries, healthy boundaries for yourself. Everybody needs boundaries, because you don't want to be taken advantage of, you know, because there's people who will take advantage of your kindness and things like that. So you always need to make sure you have boundaries in place, and respecting yourself, you know, and like honoring yourself and valuing yourself. There is nothing wrong with that. There is nothing selfish or conceited about you valuing yourself, because it's, you know, we live in a day and age where, you know, so much stuff is filtered, so much stuff is, you know, like fake. And so, you know, whether it's your body image or, like, you know, plastic surgery is such a huge thing today. It's just like, you know, people aren't really valuing like the way that God made them originally. You know, everyone wants to alter themselves today. Everyone wants to change something. And it's like, it's nothing wrong with just accepting the way God made you, you know? Like, and I'm not like saying it's wrong for them to alter themselves. I'm not a judgmental person. You do what you want. But at the end of the day, I'm just saying it's nothing wrong with just loving yourself the way God made you. That's all I'm promoting, you know, and valuing, you know, the things about yourself that make you unique, that make you you, you know. That's self-love. That's self-love, is saying, I love this about myself, you know. So yeah, that's what self-love means to me. And that's personally something that I've had to work on many times. Like, there's times where majority of my life, I can say I've practiced self-love. Just always being confident in myself, always knowing my worth, always knowing my value. Walking away from people who don't treat me the way I want to be treated. Because unfortunately, there are some people who don't value themselves. So if they don't value themselves, what makes you think they're going to value you? You know, there's times where I have lacked self-love, because sometimes when you can love somebody more than yourself at one point, you can get lost in love and like end up loving somebody more than you love yourself. And that's happened to me a couple times, you know, where I love the person more. Like, I value the person's happiness over my own. That's a past mistake. That will never happen again, because my happiness comes first, always, and always will be. You know, if I'm not happy, then, you know, either we're gonna talk about it and work on it and see what can be fixed. But if you're not willing to make me happy, you know, because I'm happy within myself, right? So it's like, if you're happy within yourself, the person that you choose to be with, if they're not, you know, adding to your happiness, if they're subtracting from your happiness that you already have, then why are they in your life? You know, because I'm not ever going to tolerate anybody that takes away from my own happiness. I'm always in this happy bubble, you know, like I'm always just in my own world. I'm always at peace within myself. I'm very confident in myself, and I just love myself for who I am internally. So whoever I choose to be with needs to match that. They need to love themselves internally, and you know, if they're, you know, we can be happy together, you know what I mean? But you're not about to, like, you know, dim my light or dim my happiness down. Like, that's not gonna happen, because you just get blocked. Like, I don't play that. Like, anybody who brings any kind of negative energy around me, like, I stay away from that. Like, you show me any kind of negativity, like, I'm out. I mean, everybody has bad days, you know, like, nobody's, you know, we're gonna have good and bad days, you know, of course. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying in general, if your whole aura is like, you're not happy within yourself, and you're trying to, like, make me unhappy because you're unhappy, oh no. Like, you go work on yourself and come back, or, you know, just stay over there. That sounds cold, but that's just the reality that we live in today, guys. You know, we have to protect our energy, you know, and people really need to work on themselves before they try to be in a relationship, because there's so many broken people out here in the world that want to be in a relationship. And it's like, no, if you're not happy within yourself, don't try to be in a relationship and bring somebody else down with you. Like, that's not cool, you know? So yeah, love yourself, you know, work on yourself. It's a journey, you know. Self-love is always a journey. It's something that should be practiced all the time. So that includes self-care, whether you're checking yourself into a spa, if you are, you know, getting your nails done every 2 weeks, you know, getting your hair done, you know, buying some nice makeup, nice quality makeup, buying some nice clothes, you know, nice wardrobe. And also spiritually, you know, you're reading your Bible daily, you're praying, you know, you're talking to God, you're building your relationship with God, you're journaling, you're expressing yourself daily, you're getting your emotions out, being productive, you're knocking out your goals, you're setting daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and you're knocking them out, yearly goals. You have an active social life. You're making sure you're staying in contact with your friends, you're checking on them, making sure they're okay. Just living life, you know, doing things that make you happy, doing things that bring you joy. You know, all of that is self-love. You know, all of that is self-love, like all wrapped in one little bundle, you know. And yeah, I just believe everybody should practice self-love, you know, because we only get one life, and you are who you are, and we all need to accept ourselves, you know, for who we are, and love ourselves for who we are. So, and if it's something that you don't like about yourself, whether it's your mindset, you know, or physical, then change it. Or even emotional, you know, change it. You know, write down your strengths and your weaknesses, be honest with yourself, and see, what do I need to change about myself? You know, I've done that numerous times. Like, okay, Kelly, these are your strengths, these are your weaknesses, we need to work on this, you know, and take steps to do it. And the way you can do that is, you know, for me, it's prayer. For me, it's journaling. For me, it's reading self-help books. Like, I'll buy books based on that topic. Like, for me, I'll give you guys an example. So back in like 2016, like, I was just in this space where I was really like sad, you know, because my past relationships didn't work out. And, you know, I was just trying to analyze myself, like, you know, what is it that, you know, I keep finding myself in these situations where, like, I fall in love and it doesn't work out. Like, what is it that I'm doing wrong, you know? And that's when it began. I'm like, okay, I need to work on myself and see what I need to fix about myself so that I don't, you know, attract the wrong person, you know. And that's when I read this book called Positive Thinking, and it started shifting my mindset to just thinking positive all the time. Like I became an optimist from reading this book. This book changed my life. It definitely changed my life. Life experiences teach you and help you grow, you know, because sometimes, you know, even though situations don't work out because of obvious reasons, like you guys just weren't compatible, or, you know, they lied to you, you know, or something like that, but it's something deeper that we have to look within ourselves as well, you know, because we could think, oh, I did everything right and it still didn't work out, you know. So I just think it's important to seek God, you know, and ask God if this person is for you, because you may think this person is perfect for you, but if without God's confirmation, if God says no, it's not going to work out, and he's going to force it to not work out. So, and that's going to save you a lot of time and heartache. So that's what self-love means to me. That's why I wrote the song. The song talks about, you know, how love has never worked in my favor, and all the work that I had to do within myself. I've done a lot of self-work, guys, a lot. And it takes vulnerability, it takes strength, it takes honesty. You know, you have to be honest with yourself. Like, okay, what are my flaws? You know, a lot of people don't want to admit that they have flaws. That's why I'm as confident as I am, because I know myself. I'm very sure of myself. And I know who I am. I know what I stand for. I know my value. I know my values, you know. I know my moral code and stuff like that. I just know the core of who I am. Once you know the core of who you are, you stand on it, and, you know, that leaves a mark. And so, yeah, self-love is knowing who you are, accepting who you are, and living your truth. That's self-love. And being yourself unapologetically. And I actually have a vlog on this channel where I talk about that. It's how to be yourself unapologetically. Yeah, you should check it out. So I do want to talk about this LA journey, guys. So a lot of people, they'll ask me, oh, how long have you been in LA? And the short answer, I'll just say it's been a year and a half, right? The long answer, for everyone who's been following me since I first moved to LA, I first moved to LA in August of 2019, and I was here until May of 2020. So I was here for 8 months because the pandemic happened. Ended up going back home for another 8 months to Jersey. I went to Jersey for 8 months, and then I moved back to Atlanta for 4 months, and then LA opened back up June of 2021. So I ended up moving at the end of June of 2021. So I've been back in LA since June of 2021. So in June it will be 2 years. And it's been quite an interesting journey, guys, to be quite honest. After the pandemic, LA felt slightly different coming back. A lot of things were still closed. Everybody was still wearing masks. We had a lot of restrictions still, like as far as like restaurants and stuff goes. Like, you know, it was different. So I had to mentally adjust to being back out here, and emotionally I was just in a horrible place, and it just wasn't the best year for me, 2021. I mean, well, the first half of it was good, but it was the second, like being back in LA, the first 6 months was very rocky for me. I wasn't at a place of peace. Like, I felt like I was still trying to set my feet on solid ground. I was always working and hustling and grinding, and like I just didn't feel centered. So in 2022, I still was in the mindset of like hustle, grind, you know, still trying to figure out this music thing, trying to get settled as far as trying to find like a guitarist, trying to find venues to perform at, trying to network and like balance everything. I just felt like it was always just like a little rocky. And I went to Circa LA, which is the place I've always wanted to live here in LA. Like before I even moved to LA, I had Circa LA on my vision board. And Circa LA is basically this luxurious condo building downtown. It's right in front of Staples Center on Figueroa. They have 24-hour security. They have a concierge. You need a key fob to even like get on your floor. Like, you can't even get on anyone else's floor with your key fob, which I love. So the security is like A1 security. So I went there because, you know, that's where I saw myself living. And I went there for a tour and basically told me that a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom would be $5,000 a month. Basically, what I was focused on, like, I was stacking my money, moving to circa LA. But to be quite honest, I don't know if I see myself long term in LA. Yeah, guys, actually I think this tastes better when you don't chew it. Like, you take little bits and I think it tastes better when you don't chew it, yeah. Because after a while, the flavor, because the fufu doesn't have flavor, so like, if you just swallow it, it tastes better. But anyway, so yeah, I'm really starting to consider my dad's advice where he told me that I need to settle down in one place, stop jumping around. And I started asking myself, I was like, do I see myself settling down in Atlanta? No, not long term. I lived there for 7 years. It's my second home. I love Atlanta, but I never saw myself settling down there. California, well, LA, I don't see myself settling down in LA either. And yeah, I just never had that gumption to think that, like, you know, I'm gonna settle down in California. Like, I always saw this as like a temporary thing. Like, I just want to experience living here for a little while, and then, you know, of course I always want to travel. That's gonna be like a lifetime thing that I always do. I started thinking about like where I want to end up, and that's just something that I'm considering. It's been a interesting journey. It's like ever since I got baptized in August of last year, it's like that's when my spirit started feeling at peace again. That's when I started feeling like, okay, like a little bit more balanced, like, you know. And I've been like fasting a lot, doing a lot of fasts. I did the Daniel fast in December. I did it I did it November and December, and then January I fasted with my church. So I joined this church here in LA, and it literally has changed my life for the better, you guys. Like, I feel myself just becoming a better person just overall, and you know, it's a priority in my life, and I'm becoming more active, and you know, I'm just really focused on like serving the community. Like, I really want to do a lot of community service, and I want to give back, and I want to help others. That's just kind of where my life is shifting towards. It's not just about me, because a lot of my life has been about me, you know. Even though like I was a motivational speaker, and I was trying to inspire, you know, the young generation, the kids, the students. That was 4 years of my life. A lot of my life has been about me, and I'm just at the point in my life where I want to, you know, make an impact on people in a positive way. I want to help. I want to give. Will it be in California? I don't know. Will it be? I mean, because honestly, I don't see myself going back home to Jersey either. You know, like, I never saw myself living back in New Jersey, only because I just always saw myself thriving in a city. But always go back home to visit, but to live, no. But I'm praying about it and asking God what the next step, what the next location is. I'm fasting currently, so I'm just seeking clarity on, you know, my future, because I'm no longer pursuing a career in the music industry, you know, and I'm embarking on this new lifestyle brand, which I'm really excited about. Okay, this is starting to taste really thick. Scale of 1 to 10, I will rate this, honestly. I rated a 6. I rated a 6. It's an acquired taste, you know. After a while, the fufu starts tasting a little bland. I mean, it's good. It's just I would eat a lot of it because it's very thick and very filling. Like, the fufu is thick, the soup is very thick. It has a thick consistency. Oh, maybe it's because I already ate though earlier too, so I'm not really that hungry. But yeah, I'm glad that I tried it though. You know, I always want to try this, so I'm happy that I tried it with you guys. Giving my life back to the Lord has definitely changed me for the better. It has me back on the right path, and I'm just super excited for the future. Just life, you know, life is good. I can't complain, you guys. God has put me in a position to really focus on my goals and like accomplish them in a timely manner, and like everything is going according to plan. So I'm very, 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 very blessed and very grateful, and I'm excited for what's to come because he has his hand on me and he's guiding me through life, and you know, it's just gonna be nothing but amazing things. So guys, make sure you stay tuned to the journey, and I love you guys so much. Like, I just want to say, K-Tribe, thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I've been on this journey with music since I was 18 years old, and it's been quite a journey, and I'm just extremely grateful for all the people that I've met, all the experiences I've gone through. But it's time for a new chapter. It's time for me to turn that page, because I'm just very big on morality. I'm very big on integrity. I'm very big on being true to myself and being authentic to myself, and always making sure that I'm staying true to me, my core. And, you know, pursuing a music career, it's just, I'm just tired of, not even just tired, I'm just over having to fight for that. I'm just ready for something new. You know, change is good, you know, and we're constantly changing, guys. We're constantly evolving. Like I said before, we're always evolving. Like, if you're staying the same, you're not growing. And I just feel myself growing in every single aspect, like, in my life. Mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically. Like, I'm just evolving into like this woman of God. And you know, it's just certain things just don't seem appealing to me anymore. Like, it just doesn't. Like, I don't care for you guys, I don't care for people to scream Kaylin A. Like, I don't care for that anymore. Like, I just don't. Like, I want something bigger than myself. When I was younger, some girls, like, they fantasize about like having children and stuff like that, but I never did. Like, I always saw myself like having children later on in life because of my goals. And you know, like I said, I have lived for me like this whole entire time, and I'm just really at that point in my life where I want to live for others other than myself. Like, of course, I'm always gonna live for me, but I want to serve others, you know. That, I feel like, will give me more fulfillment, because it's not just about you, guys. Like, life is not all about you. It's not. Like, life would be so boring if it was just all about you, you know. Like, what about other people? Like, there's so many other people that can be affected and impacted by your existence, you know. And you know, so I'm very excited for my future, guys, and you should be excited for yours, you know. If you're at the point in your life where you just feel like change needs to happen, you're growing, you know. If you're at the point in your life where you feel like you want more, you're growing. So I love growth. I love evolution. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna keep creating content for you guys, new vlogs every week. daily content on KaylaNay.life. I really have some exciting things planned, but I can't talk about it just yet. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you guys next week. I love you so much. Mwah!